Hey, how's it going? Today I want to talk about the reading today in from Wood, pages 219 to 239, and today we pretty much talked about the exportation of raw materials. We talked about the Chinese demand for raw materials in Latin America, and then we also talked about the regional economic integration going on in between Latin Americans' relationship with the global economy. So first of all, I just want to talk about the exportation of raw materials played a important role in the Latin American economic development, helping Latin American economy. There are three types of export economies that included temperate agricultural commodities, tropical agricultural commodities, and then finally mineral products. All these products made in the U.S. and Europe help these countries in Latin America develop quickly, helping their economy in the end. The raw materials made up of more than half of the Latin American population, so it helped develop these countries with not a lot of change. And finally, these exportation of raw materials helped increase the technological advances necessary to produce the demand of quantity of materials. So yeah, going off of that, pretty much the Latin American economy developed through these raw materials that were made. And then next up, I want to talk about the Chinese demand for Latin American raw materials. They were not very sustainable in Latin America because they moved away from Latin America after a while, and they moved it to more into East Asia. But before that, they were more trying to work together with Latin America, China and Latin America, as third world countries because their foreign policy was way better working together than working with other countries. But then in the 1990s, when China focused on producing exports for consumptions outside of East Asia, is when China's demand for raw materials in Latin America decreased. Pretty much China began to develop high-tech products that increased raw materials that imported into Latin America, which pretty much made it unstable or unable for Latin America to compete with China and their high tech production, making the raw materials diminish. So pretty much China's demand in Latin America decreased more because the decisions they made than Latin America. So they are more to blame. And then finally, the last thing I want to talk about is the impact of the regional economic integration that had on Latin America's relationship with the global economy. That like the global economy pretty much had rights to the important nations in the world economy, including the UN, the BRIC, like Brazil, India, and then these nations helped provide stable economy in the form of an international monetary system. They also provided financial support and necessary technology for nations in need, as well as implementing policies to protect the rights of the population. So they pretty much promoted all of these new renewable and sustainable energy that helped the regional economy integration relationship between Latin America and the global economy. So yeah, today in class we talked a lot about China, we talked a lot about the global economy, and we talked a lot about raw materials. Thank you.